This is insane.
Ohio.
Who does that?
An impatient mom gets dangerously creative.
She treats the sidewalk like it's a passing lane.
Minnesota, a semi-driver caught doing the unthinkable.
So lucky a child was not killed.
And in Washington, whoa.
This is unbelievable.
To me, what is more precious than the safety of a child?
Extreme examples from across the country.
It's alarming to me because it puts our kids in peril.
The Jordan District's Director of Transportation, Herb Jensen, sees it in Utah, too.
What's wrong with people?
In his experience, many of these people are parents.
Most parents would do anything in the world to protect their children, but they seem to have a disregard for protecting everyone else's children.
He has a collection of videos, Utah drivers breaking the law, not stopping in all directions when the flashing lights go on and the stop sign goes out. Like this car that keeps on going. And here, the driver obeys the stop sign at the intersection. That's good, but goes right through the bus stop sign. Not good. It's a good thing kids were slow to get off this bus. Here's the view from a surveillance camera inside the bus, now from one mounted outside the bus. Way too close. And is this bus invisible? Drivers don't seem to see it. Or do they?
So for Utah drivers who are confused about the law, it seems pretty simple. What is it?
Well, the law is when the red lights on a school bus are flashing, you have to stop.
That just sounds so simple. You're just required to stop.
It is pretty simple.
The problem has gotten so out of hand that for one day last November, bus drivers across Utah documented how many cars ran through their bus stop signs. In that one day, they tallied 1,468 violations.
The Granite District had 535, Alpine 438. Almost every district saw violations. In Jordan, there were 56.
We actually had 3 cars that passed on the loading side of the bus.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean.
In my opinion, blatantly wrong.
Bus driver Sean Dustin.
And extremely dangerous.
The KSL investigators wired Dustin's bus with our own cameras.
This is my first stop. This is the one where...
To see how this is affecting him and his kids.
Safety for our kids.
Keeping kids safe.
Which is the #1 priority.
Making sure his kids are not going to get hit.
Do you guys ever see where the cars don't stop for the bus when you're crossing? Yeah. Does that happen?
Yeah. A lot.
He watches out for drivers who try to beat his bus. It's scary for kids. We saw it happen several times the day we were on board.
Last Friday, I had 4 cars run my lights.
You know, they make them in a nice bright red color and they have flashing lights on them.
Jensen shared another frustration.
All of them have cameras on them, yeah.
He can't get violators prosecuted, even with all the video he has.
We can observe the students loading from the outside and also one near the stop arm on this side so we can see the motorists that are passing the bus.
A Utah law meant to keep police departments from relying solely on photo radar to catch speeders is having unintended consequences because it requires officers to be present to witness traffic violations. I went to Capitol Hill to see if it's time to change the law.
Well, I was very surprised. I mean, especially at the number of people that aren't stopping.
Representative Paul Ray immediately filed new legislation so cops don't have to actually witness you running a bus stop sign.
We will allow that video from the buses to be used to charge and used as evidence in court.
If it passes, they can track you down and ticket drivers based on what school buses caught on camera.